Hello and welcome to video 2 of the In Penny Stock VIP beginner module. Um, Again, this is going to be a series of videos where I help you learn about the basics of the penny stock market and of day trading and why it's so important that you get into this industry at this time and how you can make money off of it. There's tons of people who are making thousands, almost tens of thousands of dollars a day in this. And you can do it too. It doesn't take that long. It's not that hard. If you study, if you take the time to watch my videos, go through my modules, I have my intermediate and my advanced modules. If you go through all the videos and you learn and you educate yourself, you can be like one of the traders. If you go on Profitly, if you see Timothy Sykes and Superman and Investors Underground, sorry, those are all traders. You can Google them, I guess. You can see that these guys trade and make thousands, tens of thousands of dollars a day. And it's very possible to do if you understand how to do it. And that's what I'm here for. So, you know, let's start. I'm just covering the basics. In this video, we're going to go over on what markets do penny stocks trade. So, as I was mentioning in the previous video, you have to think of these penny stocks as objects because they're something of value, and you trade them, you buy and sell them. So if we assume that the penny stock is a share, is an item, then you have to think about where you can buy and sell these items. And there's different markets for that. So we're going to go through this list. I'm on pennystocks.org. They just have a list of different markets, so I can kind of go through them the same way they did here, and you can kind of have a visual and I guess another opinion technically right in front of you as I go through them. So one of the highly traded penny stock markets is the Nasdaq, and basically they are, I'm sure you've heard of them or heard something about them. This is where shares need to be at least $1 or higher to trade on here. So when a penny stock is made, okay, in it usually starts trading at about a penny. Okay, penny stocks. Penny stocks are created in a different way than actual stocks are. Actual stocks go through something called an IPO, or initial public offering. The date is March 26th. Okay, today is the day that King, which is the company that made the iPhone app Candy Crush, I'm sure you must have heard of it. Used to be a very popular game and still is for some people today. That company is going public. They're doing an IPO. In that case, usually those are real stocks. We don't consider those stocks as penny stocks. First of all, because that stock is going to be traded at about, I think it's like $22 or $40 or something like that, when it's first offered. And so that is definitely not a penny stock. Penny stocks are created through something called reverse mergers or reverse IPOs. You don't need to really know that. There's a whole bunch of successful traders that don't even know it. It was just some side information that I wanted to give you guys. So but in general, what I just wanted to tell you was that penny stocks usually start trading at about a cent or even less than that. So the Nasdaq is one of, if you think of the share as a item, it's one of the stores, I guess, or one of the marketplaces that these shares are bought and sold. Okay, so as you can see here, the shares listed here will usually be about $1 and up. Okay. Now the next one is called the OTCBB, OTC Bulletin Board. Okay, this is pretty much where most of the penny stocks that we will be trading and the ones that I focus on are traded on. Okay, they're basically stocks that are traded, 1 cent penny stocks can be OTC bulletin board stocks, and they're the ones that sometimes get pumped up, or sometimes you hear that hot penny stock tip. Usually people are talking about these OTCBB stocks, and I guess sometimes these stocks get a bad name because of the fact that the companies that are registered here, they don't have the best financials. These companies aren't profitable companies. One thing you have to understand is that in this situation, we aren't investing in these companies. Okay, you're not investing long term in this company. You're trying to buy it at a certain price and sell it for a higher price. That is the goal, okay? There's something called shorting where you go the opposite way, where you sell and then you buy, but that's a little bit more advanced. You don't have to worry about that now, and that's not even what I specialize in, even though I can do that and I do it for profits. And I definitely, you will learn in the intermediate and advanced modules of in Penny Stock Pro, and Penny Stock VIP. But for now, just know that these stocks that we're trading and that I'm discussing, we're not looking for long-term investment, okay? Where we don't focus on the company. We're just focusing on the share, and when the price goes up, we want to sell it. And basically by the end of these videos, you'll understand kind of the basics of penny stocks and why I trade them. And later on, you'll learn how we can identify how the penny stocks go up and how we can profit off of it. So OTCBB, that's another common one. Amex, American Stock Exchange, that's very similar to the Nasdaq. The shares that'll be traded on the Amex again are legitimate companies, as they have reporting requirements. Okay, the OTC bulletin board that we were looking at before, they don't have they don't require any certain reporting requirements, but the Nasdaq and this other one we're looking at, American Stock Exchange, do. Now, pretty much the last important market you have to worry about, there's a few others. There's like the New York Stock Exchange, which is kind of like the American Stock Exchange, so it's on that level. You have to report on it. But basically, the other ones that you need to know about are pink sheets. Now, it's funny that they say right here, and they have these little flags right here, do not buy these ever. Okay, you have to understand that you need to have a proper strategy when you go and buy these pink sheet stocks. Okay, again, it says right here, easy to buy, very difficult to sell. The reason for that is because there's no market for these penny stocks. So you don't just go in and buy any penny stock and just think that it's going to go up and down in value. No, there's some penny stocks that never get attention. In this module and in my advanced and intermediate modules, and through watching these videos, you'll understand and know how to identify what stocks you want to trade and what stocks to look at and how to find the stocks to look at. Okay, as I probably mentioned before, and you'll probably hear me mention it a whole bunch of times, volume is very important, because volume is technically the amount of shares being traded. So again, if you think about these shares of being an item, like say you can think of them as a shirt. Okay, volume is the amount of shirts. So you can't just go in to stores don't carry just one shirt, and if they have one shirt, then it's an issue, because if you can't really have a marketplace with just one shirt. You want to have a lot of volume. You want to have a lot of shares and a lot of volume, buys and sells going on, so that you have to remember there's two sides of this. You have to not only buy the stock, but then you have to resell it. Okay, and sometimes this is a very fast process. I've made hundreds and thousands of dollars within literally seconds, and I've done my trades under several trades actually, and I'll teach you, and you'll learn by the end of this how you can do this, and why it's actually a very effective trading strategy. But what you just do is you buy the stock goes up, and you sell it. It's a very simple formula. Don't think it's super easy, because another thing you have to understand is that 90% of traders lose money. Okay, let me repeat that. 90% of traders lose money. Okay, now don't get worried, don't get afraid. By watching these videos, you are pretty much higher than just from watching the first and this video, you're probably up and have a higher level of knowledge than about 75% of traders, because a whole bunch of people just get into penny stocks because they hear from a friend of a friend, from a coworker, about a hot stock that's about to shoot up, or they just buy it on a gut instinct and they have no real methodology behind their trading. Okay, through this I'm going to teach you the strategies. I'm going to show you all the elements of how to do this, and in just a few weeks or months, depending on how hard you study and how fast you go through my videos and how much you learn, you'll know and become a self-sustainable, independent, and successful trader with a profitable track record. And by the end of these videos, you'll do that. I'm gonna go through you slowly. You know, if you have any questions, you can always contact me immediately through the contact form, through the ask a question service for if you're my VIP member. I'll answer it immediately, and I'll create a personal video answer tailored just for you because I want to help you guys. I'm trying to shed light to this industry. I'm trying to destroy the misconceptions about the industry. It's made me a lot of money, and I want you to be able to make a lot of money from this too. Um, don't think it's just one-sided. Of course, I like learning, but again, through the VIP service, that's what I get out of this, okay? And, knowing that I can help you make money and, you know, maybe one day make you a successful independent trader if you do your homework, that's what drives me, and that's what I want to do. So, you know, I hope you understand the markets that these are traded on. Um, and understand that it's not, it's easy, but it's only easy once you understand the rules and the strategies and the elements. And that's going to take watching pretty much all of the videos, not only in this beginner module, but my intermediate module, the advanced module, the tips and strategies module. There's a whole bunch of them that you need to go through and you need to understand in order to become successful and profitable. So that's it for this video. In the next video, I'm gonna go over how long it's going to take to become a profitable trader, sorry, as well as why the top traders lose money, so that you get an understanding of what you're getting yourself into and kind of how this can potentially be a future for you. There's people who make, like I said, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of dollars a day just by day trading. They make it their profession, and you can do that too. You know, if you are looking for a way to, escape the 9 to 5, technically this is a 9:30 to 4, but it's a whole different lifestyle. You can trade on the go. You don't have to trade every day. All you need is a laptop to trade. So, anyways, I'm gonna see you in the next video. We're going to go over how to become a profitable trader, how long it's going to take, and why the top traders lose money. So see you there.